Also, there is some comparison. CNC machines can be compared with respect to 4 categories, different types of CNC machines. First, classification according to the control loop or feedback system used. These are called open loop control system and closed loop control system. If the CNC machine has this in this sketch, only order is given from MCU to servo drive. Servo drive gives converts that into mechanical energy to the machine tool, but it will not check by feedback system. That is called open loop control system. With the same servo drive, then machine tool and feedback device with feedback control signal, again it is given to MCU. So corrective action will be taken if there is error in the actual motion. So that control system is called open loop control system. So cost of open loop is more, but accuracy 100% can be achieved with closed loop control system. So if needed, use closed loop. If not needed, use open loop control system. Then second type classification based on type of motion controlled. So point to point control motion. If there is only drilling machine or spot welding machine, then point to point control system is there, in which during the motion there is no control, but at particular point the machine will operate by CNC. Straight path, in case of if there is no contour path, so straight line movement in cutting operation, in turning operation, so straight cuts are there, so that is called straight cut control system. And in case of third type is continuous path control system in complex geometry, contour profiles, where the tool is moved very accurately in dies with the profile, so that movement is very accurate, and that is called continuous path control system. So there is 3-axis or multi-axis motion achieved with the controller. So this controller is more costly than straight cut and point to point. But whatever the features of straight cut and point to point, that will be covered by continuous path control system. Then according to method of programming, absolute programming and incremental programming. In absolute, there is only one and one 0 point. With respect to that point, all other points are controlled. That is called absolute method of programming. And incremental programming, previous point is considered as a reference point for next point. With that, the movement of tool is achieved. That is called incremental method of programming. So based on that, machine has feature to program with absolute or incremental. And according to the type of controller, the CNC machines are classified as NC controller and CNC controller. So these are the 4 categories under which CNC machines can be classified. Okay. Then construction of CNC machine. The structure of CNC machine, there is modification over the conventional. Instead of lead screw, there is a recirculating ball screw is provided, which converts rotary motion of servo drive into accurate linear motions of different tool movement. Then there are spindle drives are AC servo drive, DC servo drive, or stepper motors, or in heavy machine fluid motors are used. So mostly stepper or servo motors are used as a spindle drive. Then some actuators are there, feedback devices are there, automatic tool changers as ATCs are provided, some tooling is there, and material handling systems are provided with the CNC machine tool. Some pallet changers can be used. There should be lubricating system and cooling system provided with the CNC machine. So see, this is a automatic tool changer. It is an robotic arm which will changes the tool provided or mounted on a spindle within very short time. So see, in this sketch, this is called a tool magazine, on which number of tools, 100 tools are provided on this tool magazine. It is a carriage, chain is there, and with the tool holders, different tools are provided. And on the main spindle of the machine, with the help of this arm, after completion of one operation, That tool is removed from the spindle, mounted in a specific location of the tool magazine. Tool magazine will rotate, new tool will come into the working position, and this pick and drop, that is ATC device, pick that tool and mounted on a spindle, then machine will work for another operation. So that way it will work to remove, to unload and load the different tools on the machine spindle within very short time. That will be done with the help of this device. This is also possible with in case of lathe machine, there is a turret. So that turret will be changed, rotate, and working tool will activate for the current position. So these are examples of ATC. Then automatic pallet changer. So when one job is working, there is another pallet which is outside the cabinet, so that you can load and unload. Previous job will be unloaded, new job will be loaded, and after completing of that operation, immediately inside pallet will come and this new pallet will go inside, so that idle time of the machining will be reduced. So such 2-3 pallets are there, which will be shown here in working position. One is there here, one is unloading, another is loading, and it is continuously rotating, so that idle time will be decreased by this automatic pallet changers. The toolings are also very precise and accurate. So these are the tool holders called collets, which are mounted on the spindle, and with these collets different tipped tools are mounted on CNC machine. So with the help of automatic tool changer, immediately these tools are mounted on a spindle or removed from the spindle very rapidly, so that idle time will be decreased. So such type of collets and tipped tools are used in CNC. This is a nomenclature used for the inserts used on CNC. CNMG 120408 PM. This is one of the example of inserted tipped tool mounted on the tool holder. So these are the different geometries of the tips, so that if there is a breakage of the tool tip, immediately we can change this insert by new one, or by rotating its position, it will work. The CNC machines are broadly classified as vertical machining center, called VMC. If this main spindle is vertical, it is called VMC. If the main spindle is called horizontal, if it is horizontal, it is called HMC. And this is for milling machine, machining center, and for lathe machine, CNC turning center. So these are three major categories in which all different operations are performed. See example of VMC. This is a main spindle, it is a vertical, and this is a table on which the workpiece is mounted. The table has two motion, X servo drive, Y servo drive, whereas vertical motion is provided with the spindle head. So this is a Z servo drive. So there are three linear motions, X, Y, Z, and one rotary motion given to the spindle. So such four controls are controlled with this MCU, machine control unit, X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate here, and one for spindle drive. So all these controls are controlled by this unit. So this is VMC. Now we'll discuss what is DNC machine. Long form is direct numerical control machine. It can be defined as a manufacturing system in which a number of machines are controlled by a computer through a real-time interface. It is a concept. DNC is a concept, or it is one system in which number of CNC machines are controlled by a single computer and through a real-time interface. Two-way communication is provided between the main computer and all CNC machines. So this DNC concept is used nowadays. So there are two types of DNCs: behind tape reader DNC system and special machine control unit DNC system. See the block diagram of DNC system. These are all CNC machines. These machines provided a small computer individually, and through a communication link, all these machines are controlled with a central computer. This central computer has very large bulk memory. So only operator will control this central computer, and it will give action to different machine tools. Machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, like that. All control of all machines are available with the central computer, so that one program can be used simultaneously for any machine tool, or whatever the running condition of all machines can be observed with the central computer. So that is the advantage. So it is more advantageous than NC machine. The computer sends instructions directly to all machines. Multiple machines are controlled by the computer through direct connection. The computer and machines communicates to each other in real time. Data and diagnosis are sent back to the machine. So with that way, DNC machine will be work. So nowadays, old days in 1960s, it is called direct numerical control, DNC technology, as we have seen. But now in present technology, it is also called distributed numerical control system, that is the DNC system. So slight changes are made with this system. Advantages and limitations of DNC: large memory is available, same program run on different machines, and all data is available on DNC for costing, scheduling purpose. All running data of all machine is available on single computer. So this is the advantages. Whereas limitations of the system: failure of DNC will stop all machines in shop. If there is no DNC, each machine will fail, that will stop only one production. But if DNC server fails, all machines will not be work. So that is failure of DNC system. And high expensive and use where high automation. This is very expensive. So use where high automation use in this plant, the DNC system is used in such plants. These are the limitations. To identify the axis of CNC machine, there is a thumb rule. So right hand thumb rule, which defines the different axes of the CNC machine. So by just observing the machine, you yourself define the different axes of the CNC machine with the help of right hand thumb rule. CNC machines are 2-axis machine, 2.5-axis machine, 3-axis machine, and multi-axis machine. Mostly in machining dies, profile of contour shapes, multi-axis machine is used, where the axis of spindle which cut the material is perpendicular to the surface which are to be cut. So that axis get tilted at every position and it makes perpendicular to the surface which is machined. That is called multi-axis machining center. So these are some axis of multi-axis machine center shown here. This is turn milling, turning as well as milling. So it is called turn milling machine shown with this thing. So this is related some part